Hi, it's Larry, and it is June 2018, so we're almost halfway through the year, and it's time for our mid-year market update. So let's take a look at where we've come from, where we are today, and let's try to answer the big question I'm asked all the time, and that's where are we headed? So I want to do things a little different. Let's look a little bit more globally. We'll pull out the microscope to look kind of at a state level, then zoom in a little bit more on a county level. That way we can better determine the overall trend. So let's start with the overall economy. How are we doing? Well, the economy is doing really great, specifically in terms of unemployment. So I want to share with you a few slides that I think are quite relevant. So let's look at those. What it shows here is in May of 2018, unemployment is at its lowest level in 19 years. I mean, that's phenomenal. If you can focus right here, I highlighted Riverside County is only 4.2% unemployment, but you can see across all these counties that unemployment is extremely low across most counties in California. So that's great. Now, this will give us a bit of a history, a timeline. So if you look here back in May of 2007, this was right before the big market crash. The average sales price in California was $594,000. Now, we all remember too well when the bottom fell out, we dropped almost 60% down to an average sales price of $245,000. Then for a few years, we just kind of trudged along, just trying to keep our head above water here. But starting in May of 2012, we've had an incredible 6-year run-up in home prices. We find ourselves today, or as of April of this year, California's average sales price is $584,000. Now let's go back where we started. We are almost back to that previous peak back in 2007. So we've come a long way. Now let's look here in Riverside County more specifically. Back in 2006, the peak average sales price was $431,000. Today, the average sales price is $400,000. So for Riverside County, we've come a long way, but we're still about 7% below the previous peaks. But if you look at some of our neighboring counties, you'll see Orange County is over 5% higher than the previous peak, and San Diego County is 2% higher than the previous peak. So we all know that there's been an incredible shortage of inventory in the market, and that's what's represented here. All these red bars are showing how listing inventory has been decreasing just constantly over time. However, for the first time in 34 months, we've actually registered a positive number, meaning that number of listings have increased. Now, that increase in listing inventory is just a blip. It's not statistically significant yet, but it is a little bit of a, hey, let's keep an eye on that and see what happens. Now, if inventory continues to rise, we have enough demand in the market to absorb that inventory. So that in and of itself is not detrimental. But I will tell you the big waving concern out there, which I've mentioned before, and that's affordability. But I want to quantify that for you. In other words, if people can't afford the average price house, then prices can't continue to go up. It's just not sustainable. So remember, the last 6 years, we've had a huge increase and consistent increase in prices. As a matter of fact, in the last 6 years, prices have risen 48%. So what have wages done in that same 6-year period? Well, wages have gone up about 14%. So you can see that prices have gone up over 3 times as fast as wages. Again, that can't continue. It's not sustainable. Now, all the projections are for the next 12 to 18 months, prices are going to continue to go up. And I think that that's true. But I will tell you, I sense the tides are changing slightly. Things are a little bit different out there, and that incredible increase in prices may not just continue at that same pace. Now, if wages don't go up, at some point, prices can't go up, or maybe even soften to adjust for the market. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll update things again at the end of the year. I hope this information was helpful. And please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. If you're thinking about selling or buying, this is still a great time to do it, and I would love to help. Okay, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.